Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you guys today. Give me 1 second. I'm having some technical issues here. Hang on. There you go. So much better. Hey, it's my two newest mods are here. I got Love Bites. I'm not a mod, but I got Addy and Nate here. Guys, remember, use your wrenches responsibly. Basketball is more important today, Gary. Well, yes. My Nets are making one blockbuster trade after another. They keep trading second round picks and bringing in guys that are totally worthless. I don't really understand the plan. Cam Thomas is still here, but I always see. This isn't even good bait, Nate. That's not even Nick Claxton is not out. That's not even good bait. Like you got me once with some stuff. You said Ace Bailey was gonna go back to school. That's not even good bait. All right. Give me 1 second. This is ridiculous today. Hang on. We'll get started in just a second. We'll get started in just a second. Give me 1 second. We'll get so guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Smash the like button. Subscribe. Become a member. $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice. It gets the members only live stream, the members only chat. It gets you the merch. It gets you access to the Discord, all that stuff. Just $5 a month. Also, become a patron. I'm about to link it in the chat too. Hang on, if I can get started today. All right, now we're ready to start. All right, hope everyone's having a good one today. It is the NBA trade deadline. We're not going to be talking about the NBA trade deadline. It is Thursday on a really, really quiet week of boxing. We got Nick Ball and Brandon Figueroa and really nothing else. I am going to get you guys the Andrew Cain video today. I was fairly impressed with Andrew Cain. He's come a long way. I'm going to take a look at that. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, do become a Patreon. Link is in the description. It's in the ticket below. $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. Please like, share, and subscribe. Do become a Patreon. Get the lock of the week. Get the long-term parlay, get access to the Discord, the live betting, the updated props, get all that for just $5 a month. All right, let's get started. JP Farley, did you ever send me an email? I said to send me JP Farley, send me an email to this email address right here. 3dboxingblog.com at Gmail. I'm sorry, 3dboxingblog at gmail.com. At gmail.com, 3dboxingblog at gmail.com. JP Farley, send an email there right now. I got my phone in front of me. As soon as it comes through, I will send you the link for the Discord. Love to have you in there, JP Farley. Send me an email to that, and I will get it taken care of. Got my phone open. All right, let's get started today. I'm going to try to tune out some of the spam. It's going to be a little tough. Trade deadline is 5 minutes away, and we're talking boxing. The trade deadline's passed. It's over. Like what's done is done. It was a great love bites. What up, Addy? What up? I appreciate that. Boxing seems to be the only sport I can make money in. And it's the only sport you have to make money in, right? If you can make $1, you can make several dollars. If you can make several dollars, you can make millions of dollars. So we're going to keep making money on the sport of boxing. With your help, that is. Of course, Lewis, of course. I always grab my phone. Salute, Water Prince. It's good to have you here. All right. Do you live off betting, Gary? I make good money betting. I'll leave it at that. Adrian Creel money line or the other guy decision, or what's the bet of the week, please? We're going to get to all that. It's a very slow week. Johnny has to be the most emotional gambler in the game. Johnny's my dude. Johnny says go follow, like, share, and subscribe to Johnny's channel. Johnny Says Boxing. Really good guy. He's on my channel all the time to chop it up. What did Johnny do? What happened to Johnny? What did he do now? Gary, you see the news of Jahi Tucker versus Yaneli Hernandez on the undercut of Fedora Thurman. I definitely give Jahi a shot. Jahi is a guy that he came in, he made his pro debut 6 years ago already. At 23 years old, I guess 5 years ago, he was in the bubble, the top ranked bubble during COVID. So I guess he's 22, 23 now. How old is Jahi Tucker? He's still very young. He's still a baby. And they pushed him so quickly. They gave him Nicholas Flaz and things like that. He's 23. He's only 23, and that seems crazy because of everyone he's fought. He's a Long Island kid. There's a ton of talent. He was fighting at 47 and 54. Now he's a full-blown 160. You can see he just didn't have his man strength. He was coming forward. He was landing clean, but you can just tell he didn't have his man strength yet because he was still a kid. And now he's growing into that. He's sitting down on his shots more. He's establishing himself more. I definitely give he just dominated Lorenzo Simpson. He's got he dropped Troy Williamson and dominated Troy Williamson. Yeah. Quincy Lavalite, like he's got good wins. And then he's got a majority decision loss to Nicholas Flaz when he was like 20 years old. So I don't even know why you made that fight. And then Francisco Varone was the other one. He got the draw. That was not a great performance. But again, that was over 2 years ago. And he's a kid then. He was 24, I suppose. What is he? 21 at that point when he fought Padron. Yeah, no, but I say all that to say, I think he's going to be a legitimate force in the middleweight picture. And does he have a chance? Yeah, absolutely. Jahi Tucker is ready. Jahi Tucker is a world-class fighter. He belongs at that stage. Like, yeah, here's the poll. This is a good poll question. Hypothetically, who would win at 160? Jahi Tucker? Ammo. Who would win at 160? Jahi Tucker or Ammo Williams? I don't even want to bet against my Texas guy, but I would probably take Jahi Tucker. It's a great fight. It's a very, very close fight, but I would probably edge Jahi Tucker in that fight. Right? I mean, Jahi Tucker's really, really good. Ammo Williams got a late start in boxing. Ammo Williams is a really good athlete. He's got good power. He's a good body puncher. But you can tell he's an athlete who fights. He's an athlete who fights. Jahi Tucker is from a fighting family. All his brothers fight. Like, he was born to do this. They were kids. You know, he's doing this since he was a kid. It was what they were raised to do. Like, they're fighters. Jahi Tucker has a much higher ring IQ. Jahi Tucker is much more versatile. And I'm not sitting here and degrade. I still think Ammo Williams has a chance to go on and become a world champion. But it doesn't have the natural advantages of being from a fighting family and being born and raised into this like Jahi Tucker is. Well, I'm well, humble Cumberl. I am indeed well. Yeah, again, send me the send me an email. Did you send me an email? Let me check my email. Oh, is this you? I got you. All right, I'm gonna reply with it right now. Hang on. I just sent it to you, JP. Go check your email. I just sent it. Gary, thoughts on Victor? JP, the newest member of the Discord, my newest member, says NBA is gay, bro. No one cares. Oh, I care about the NBA. I'm a big NBA guy. Nate makes a good point, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. All right, let me get into Sis here. Brandon Figueroa coming up a long parlay of really good. Brandon Figueroa coming off a long layoff. Really good since he has tough fights. He's 29, moving up in weight. Mexican fighting on English guy, not a heavy puncher, not physically strong. He's hyped for. I'm not sure what you're saying here. So you're saying it's good that Brandon Figueroa. Look, again, Brandon Figueroa is my guy. He's a Texas guy from the Rio Grande Valley. His dad, his brother, I'm really tight with. Brandon's kind of an asshole. But Omar Sr., the trainer, Omar Jr., the older brother who was a world champion a couple of years ago. Great guys. I like the Figueroa family. I don't give Brandon Figueroa, I say all that to say I don't give Figueroa much of a shot. Brandon Figueroa looks completely shot. He looks completely washed. He's looked worse and worse and worse and worse and worse in all of his most recent fights, right? He got a lucky decision over Joet Gonzalez. I took a poll on that, and overwhelmingly everyone thought Joet Gonzalez won that fight. If I said Joet Gonzalez versus Nick Ball, who wins? You guys would all say, and I would agree, that Nick Ball washes Joet Gonzalez. So why all of a sudden, similar fighter, action fighter, high volume fighter, come forward fighter, when Figueroa couldn't do much with Joet Gonzalez, is he now going to go beat a guy significantly better than Joet Gonzalez in Nick Ball? I don't see it. I don't give him much of a shot. Was Ja Morant traded? Not to my knowledge, Havlock. Not to my knowledge. He is still a member, correct? Of the Memphis Grizzlies. Earlier, it was reported that he wanted to be sent to Miami. You know, they're not Club Med. They can't send you where you want to go. Hernandez will destroy him. We're going to get into everything. Curiel versus Jimenez, distance plus money. Yeah, I think that's a really good bet. I think that's the bet. If you guys are looking for a plus money standalone bet, Curiel versus Jimenez to go the distance plus money. Beating an overrated Ray Vargas, who is very, very bad. Fig has fought tough guys with little experience and fucked him up convincingly. Only lost to Fulton, who before the Inoue loss had more pop and was more durable. He lost to him again after. He's lost to Fulton twice. Once before Fulton fought Inoue, and then once after he fought Inoue. You got it. You should have it. I think I just saw you join. Give me Hernandez beating him. Let's not forget what Hernandez did to anyone. To Chiron, who's not bad. I think Nick Bull isn't on the level of Brandon. We got look. I'm not gonna sit here and trash my dude. I'm not gonna sit here and trash Brandon Figueroa. If you think Brandon Figueroa is gonna win, do you think he's gonna win by stoppage? Or do you think he's gonna? Because you should just bet. You should just bet it then, right? It's well worth the bet. Hang on. Right? I mean, it's well worth it. Figueroa is what right now? Figueroa is plus 275. If you like Figueroa by stoppage, and I don't know how you like Figueroa to win, but Figueroa by stoppage is plus 800. So I mean, you're gonna get really good odds on Figueroa. I'm not gonna sit here and continue to debate you on that. If you like Brandon Figueroa to win, then bet Brandon Figueroa. If you like him by stoppage, you'll make plus 800 if he stops him. And then you can come on my live stream post fight and you can tell me how right you are. Your point stands. Jahi has some of the toughest matchmaking in boxing. I think Yo-Yo stops him. It's a really tough fight. Yeah, I'm not saying I definitely think Jahi's going to win, but guys, do vote in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll. Let me know who it's a hypothetical matchup I just made up. But I think it's a good one. There's no rumors or anything to consider on that fight other than it's an interesting hypothetical fight. Who do you guys like in that fight? Jahi Tucker or Ammo? What's up, G? You like the over on the Nick and Fig fight? Oh, I'm not touching the over. I probably like the over, but I don't like the price on it, one. And two, again, this is in England. You're going to have British refs who are going to look to stop the fight. They're not going to want to go on very long, right? You know how it is. You know how the British referees stop fights. So that's got to be factored in. And if it's Howard Foster, just bet the fight not to go the distance. Just bet the fight not to go the distance. If it's Howard Foster's the referee, just bet we're not going the distance. Because as soon as anyone lands a shot, he's stepping in. I'm a guy who is relatively in favor of a short stoppage, a quick stoppage, kind of short-term stoppage. When a fight is over, it's over. But what they do over in the UK now is just ridiculous. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. We're in the middle of a fight. Guys are letting their hands go, and they're trading. Yeah, they're eating big shots, but they're sitting there trading, and they stop the fight. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? But what up, 79? What up, 79? Was it you who said Johnny would dog walk me? Johnny would quit in the ring with me. Johnny, 79 has called you out. You've been called out by 79. Are Deontay and Fury building up another rematch? No. Well, you're saying if Wilder wins a fourth fight when Wilder hasn't won any of them? I don't think so. Is this right? I'm going to look this up because this seems reasonable. Nets to waive Cam Thomas. I said before the season started that the Nets should have never offered Cam Thomas the qualifying offer. They should have never done anything with him. They should have never brought him back. If he wasn't a part of your future, then he shouldn't be a part of your present, right? Like, there was no point in bringing him back. You weren't going to be able to trade him. It's worth more headaches. He's just going to take minutes away, and he's going to win a couple of games for you guys by scoring 35, 40 points, whatever. He's going to cook a couple of days, get you guys a couple of wins, and you're going to get nothing for him. He doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. He has no place on this roster. There was a single team in the NBA willing to give up a second-round pick for Cam Thomas. I'm going to repeat that. There wasn't a single team in the NBA willing to part ways with a conditional second-round pick for Cam Thomas. That's the value of Cam Thomas in the NBA. He turned down $28 million over 2 years. It's over with. I don't hate Cam Thomas. I like Cam. It's done. It's done. I don't understand why they brought him back on a qualifying offer. Did you really think you're going to be able to trade him? All right, moving on. No. I looked it up. Kyron Davis beats Jahi Tucker. I got Yaneli by murder. Jahi Tucker. Really? Okay. Do we have odds? No, there's no odds on it. It just got announced today. Am I missing something here on Yo-Yo Hernandez? 9-0 Cuban fighter. He's knocking people. If Kyron Davis went the distance, but he dropped him a couple times, right? He doesn't really have any other wins of note, really. Right? I mean, Kyron's his win of note. I think you guys are jumping to conclusions here with Yo-Yo Hernandez. I think you guys are getting a little ahead of yourself here. I'm not saying he can't win. I'm sure he'll be the favorite, but like I think there's like two things you guys are getting a little ahead of yourself here with Kyron Davis. I mean with Yo-Yo, and I think you're sleeping on Jahi Tucker a little bit. I think it's a combination of the two. Yonel Hernandez and Yuri Cedeno is the fight to make at 160. Well, can we see if Yo-Yo gets past Jahi Tucker first? I don't know why we're writing off Jahi Tucker. Like now I'm becoming motivated to pick Jahi Tucker. I'm going to get emotional about it like other people and bet the guy who I think is being disrespected. I don't even know if Jahi Tucker would win that fight. It'd be a good fight. Jahi Tucker could win the fight. If the odds are so favorable, I might bet on Jahi Tucker. Why is the Nets waving Cam Thomas something to rejoice? They mismanaged his entire. I'm not rejoicing. I'm just saying I don't understand why they. I agree with everything he just said. All right. That being said, there's not a team in the NBA that was willing to part ways with a second round pick for Cam Thomas. Not one. I'm not rejoicing over it. I agree with you, JP. I 100% agree with you. Nick Ball beat Raymond Ford. That was a great fight, though, Creamy. That was a great fight. Andrew Cain resume sucks. He might just be in a real fight. Andrew Cain, and I wanted to spend some time with Andrew Cain is a guy that I think has improved marketably. He's improved rapidly. He was a guy that was relying on his power. He was loading up on everything. And now you watch him. He can counter a little bit. He's not hands down flinging wide shots. He's marketably better. He's clearly better. I still don't like him. I don't think Andrew Cain's a particularly good prospect, but I see now he is improving. He's getting better. He's sitting down. He still doesn't jab enough, right? His feet are getting better. He's cutting off the ring. He's trapping you. He's doing certain things a lot better than he did early in his career when I thought he was horrible. You can see the progression. I still don't like him. I don't think Andrew Cain's a particularly good prospect, but he is improving. He is getting better. He is showing you signs. How old is Andrew Cain? The one thing I will give Andrew Cain, he's 29. Andrew Cain's 29. Yeah, he sucks. He's got a win over Charlie Edwards, of course. And Lazaro Caceres are his two wins of note. Other than that, his resume is real crappy. Is he in a real fight with Alejandro Jair Gonzalez? It's a fight. Gonzalez is a guy that's beatable. Obviously, he's only got 19 wins in 28 fights. Keep that in mind, but he's on a bit of a winning streak. He hasn't lost since he lost to in 2023, almost 3 years ago. It's been a while. Okay, if you think, yeah, I think Figueroa lost to Joette too. Rayo coming off a layoff after a fat beating is good. If he was washed, he would have lost versus Pitbull. I don't hate Cam Thomas. I've defended Cam Thomas many times. I still think Cam Thomas has value in this league as a player off the bench. I don't hate Cam Thomas. I don't think Cam Thomas sucks. Thoughts on Jack Turner this? Well, Jack Turner is fighting his grandmother, right? So, I mean, I will have more thoughts on El Terrier. How does a guy from Liverpool, England, get a nickname El Terrier? moving on. He's fighting nobody, and he hasn't fought anybody of note at all. So I don't have too many thoughts on him. He's obviously Bob Frank Warren. I'm sorry, Frank Warren obviously values him. He's 13-0, 12 knockouts. He's looked good so far, but against who? Like, is he going to continue to knock everybody out when he starts fighting real guys? Like, that's a question. Like, he's fought nobody. He fights his grandmother. He fights his cab driver. He fights the cafeteria lady. And he's 13-0 and 12 knockouts. Now he's 24. It's time for him to start stepping up and moving. But the featherweight division is a loaded division. Like, is he as good as Nick Ball? Is he as good as Shushu Carrington? Sam Goodman? Brandon Figueroa? No. I mean, I don't want to disparage the guy, but I mean, not really. Shout out, JP. Shout out. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Shout out to the Nets. All right, JP's my guy. It's good to have you here. Does Ramirez was Richards tonight? For the interim, I'm taking Richards by that fight is canceled. World that this fight's canceled. Who is this? Look at Joey versus Shakur. Joey landed a lot, bro. He's good. Oh, Joette. I don't hate him. I feel sorry for how they screwed him. I think they screwed up his career too. I agree. Gary's my co-host Dylan over at Nets Press hates Cam Thomas. You want to talk NBA on a boxing channel? We can talk NBA. I thought NBA was gay. I love the NBA. No, I want to talk boxing. What up, Terry? Now we're gonna talk boxing. My dude Terry is here. In all honesty, it's a toss-up fight. They're both sloppy. How are we feeling about the fights on the 21st? They're a couple weeks away, Silver Spade. We'll get to everything. We'll get to them. So I'm high on Ball, but the fight, I'm high on Ball in this fight, but can't like I had very small with Fig by points. Don't see how Fig is going to look good in this one though, unless he uses. Well, yeah, with Figueroa by points. I mean, like if you guys really believe in Figueroa by points is plus 500. And there's value in that. Like they're telling you that there's, a 5-1 shot. He's going to get, he's going to win by decision. That's not very good odds. So if they fought 5 times, do I think Figueroa would win by decision at least once? Yeah, maybe. Right? Maybe. But he's not stopping him. Figueroa's not stopping Ball. So that I don't think I can't say that. Figueroa still he's a good body puncher. He's got a lot of volume. Could he catch him with something? He could. It's just his volume and his footwork and his movement has so declined. And he's only 29. It's not like he's old. He's 29 and he's just faded and shot. But that's expected when you have a guy with that style, with that much movement, that much volume, and he takes that many shots and he trades that much. He's not going to have a particularly long career. There was a time 4 years ago, I guess, when he beat Fulton in the first fight. I stand on that he beat Fulton in the first fight, that he was a pound for pound type of fighter. He really was. Like I thought, and then he got disputes with PBC. PBC stopped putting on boxing for the most part, and he kind of got stuck on the shelf for a while. And then he came back and he fought Fulton and looked like dog water. And you could just see, like, if you want to see the decline in Fulton, I mean in Figueroa, just look at his 2 fights with Fulton. In the first fight, he clearly beats Fulton. Now I don't care how it just happened. We all know Figueroa won that fight. In the second fight, he got his ass kicked by Fulton. He got his ass kicked by the same guy who's also a lesser version of himself. So Fulton was a lesser version of himself than in their first fight, and he got his ass kicked. Figueroa got his ass kicked by the lesser version of Fulton when he beat up the better version of Fulton, if that makes sense. Whatever happens to Lorenzo Simpson? He fought Jahi Tucker. Guys, vote in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll. Guys like ammo. Fig points hedge is totally reasonable, even if you like. Yeah, I think so. I'm with it. Talking about Bull Brandon, by the way. Yeah, Brandon's obviously sloppy. I can see what you're saying about Bull too. I think the way Bull puts pressure on you, the way he sets things up, the way he gets in behind that stiff jab, which is what I like from a much smaller fighter. He's a much shorter fighter. He's 5'2", whatever he is. Fighting Figueroa, who's 5'9", 5'10". He's gonna have to pop that jab stiff to get on the inside. Once he gets on the inside, and I don't think Figueroa is gonna try to keep him at the end like Vargas did. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Brandon's going to be more than willing to sit on the inside and trade with them. I don't think we have to worry about that. Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that at all. I think once they're sitting and trading on the inside, Bull's faster. He's more powerful. He's more skilled. He's tighter. He's sharper. Figueroa is shot. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a wall-to-wall action. You know, who's better endurance is going to be a factor. And we know Figueroa is always in shape. He's always comes to fight. He's never runs out of gas. So it's a fight. I don't see Bull getting stopped. If he loses, he's got a good guard. He stopped Neary in 6 before Inoue and Castro in 3. People had Castro versus Carrington. I'm not sure what you're saying there, sis. G, what's up, bro? Seattle moneyline Ball versus V from Vendetta over 10.5. That's what you're asking me, bro. If you and Johnny can't actually fight, you should stop following. If you and Johnny can't actually fight, you should both drop sparring footage and let us decide. I like this idea, Jefferson. I like this idea. Why wouldn't we fight? Johnny doesn't spar. He just hits a small bag. Oh, shots fired. Cam Thomas reminds me of Marshawn Brooks. And Marshawn Brooks found himself. I liked Quiet Storm. I was at the draft and there was a Quiet Storm jersey. Somebody was wearing a Brooks 9 jersey. I like Marshawn Brooks. Marshawn Brooks found himself out of the NBA. I'm just saying. Is Curiel a lock to get rich tomorrow? No. Yo-Yo versus Jesus Ramos. I wish would have got Yo-Yo versus Shiraz. Well, the problem was he's a mid-range player, and the mid-range game disappeared. But I was a big Marshawn fan. Marshawn was buckets. He had 50. All right, he had 50 in a game with Providence, I think. Right. All right, I got too many tabs. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the book. I'm gonna come up with one parlay. I gotta go. I got things to do. Y'all be good. The odds on these things are wild. Minus 10,000. Yeah, I'm not betting minus. I have this up. Yeah, I'm not betting minus 10,000. I'm not betting $10,000 to win 1,000 on Wyatt Sanford. That is wildly inappropriate. Yeah, this odds on this Dimitri Asinov fight minus 3,000, which doesn't even make any sense because in the Gafford fight, the odds were much closer, and Ramos is a much more difficult opponent. This is a real fight. Do I think Asinov is going to win? Yeah, Asinov's a really good prospect. He's a really good up and coming fighter. But Carlos Ramos is a pro. He knows how to use the ring. He knows how to survive. To me, like this Asinov by decision, if you can get it, which I don't have a prop on it, that might be a bet. But at minus 3,000, when he was minus 900 against a much better fighter, the odds just don't make any sense here. But Asinov's obviously going to win. You could throw some money on you now. That's a parlay piece. Is Curiel a lock? I wouldn't say Curiel's a lock. I think it's more of a 50-50 fight. I may even shade a little bit for Curiel. He's not a lock. But at plus 600, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand the odds on this at all. Curiel, he was a world champion. I don't understand why these odds would look like this. Medina is just as flawed. He's just as sloppy. He's a little bit better athlete, but Curiel's a better jabber. He's going to come forward. He's going to, if he can force Medina backwards, if he can force him backwards, which I think he can with his power, and as long as, Medina's not going to be able to keep Curiel out range with his jab because Medina doesn't throw a jab. He hardly ever jabs. So he's not going to be able to keep him there. So if they get inside and Curiel can back him up, Curiel's going to win the fight. Like, there's a very clear path to victory if you're Curiel. I mean, look, I'm not saying there's not a path to victory for Medina. There is. But I don't understand these odds. I don't really even understand why Medina's a favorite, honestly. And minus 1,000, he's a 10-1 favorite. Someone's got to explain that to me like in 5. I really don't get that at all. It's just a very, very tough week to bet. Sabru Maroda, that's a parlay. I mean, it's just a tough week, guys. It's just a tough week. Minus 1,000. Minus 8,000. Like, look at the odds on these fights. Who is betting on these fights? Minus 10,000, minus 10,000, minus 10,000, minus 3,000. Brad Strand, minus 1,600. You guys really like Brad Strand? Okay. Andrew Cain, Nick Ball. Like, let's try to piece something together. This week is tough, guys. I mean, this week is tough. Let's try to piece this together. I mean, I feel like this is the best we're going to do, guys. I really feel like this is the best we're going to do. I'm going to lock this up for you guys now. I'm going to share this. I know Asinov. What time is the Asinov fight kick off? I'm going to lock this up for you guys now. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Here's a lock. It's a really, really slow, crappy week. There's just not much to do. This is going to be the lock, guys. There's just not much. I don't like. Asinov. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get this out to everybody. Guys, vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll. I'm going to close that real quick, real shortly. I mean, one more second. Guys, like, share, and subscribe. Smash the like button. I'm just sending this out to everybody here so they have the lock of the week. This is the only one we got, guys. There's not much else. This is it. It's a slow week. Things do pick up over the next 2 weeks. This is a very, very slow week for boxing. There's just not much. Last week was a great week. We got good weeks coming up. We got a lot going on. But this is not great. This is not a great week at all. All right, that is done, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Oh, Johnny's in the chat. Johnny, you want to come on, bro? Yeah, I'm gonna put a link in there. Johnny, come on in the chat, man. Love to have you on. From what I understand, Johnny, do you like? I do. I do want to talk to you. I was told that you are taking Brandon Figueroa. Love to have you on. Come on in and talk about Brandon Figueroa. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Johnny is this guy. Okay, we're not going to bash Johnny today. The best part of knocking Johnny out would be all the. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. We got beef in the chat. Fair enough. Odds for Johnny versus 79 opened up at minus 500 for Johnny, plus 400 for 79. Interesting odds. Interesting odds. So they're making Johnny a prohibitive favorite in this matchup. I only DM hoes. Are you a hoe? These hoes. What up, Oscar? What up, Oscar? Good to have you here. Don't get scared and play it off. Make the fight, no ducking. Let's do it. How much do you guys weigh? Johnny, because this has got to be a fair fight. Johnny, how much do you weigh? 79, how much do you weigh? I'm betting on them. Johnny would take you as his dog of the week to beat himself. Fast car. I don't duck. I spar guys at my gym who would stop Johnny in 30 seconds. Fig on points is a good plus 500, right? That's what it was. It was plus 500. Take it. If you like Fig by points, just take it. And then you can come on my live stream and chop it up, in a real way. You can come and take a victory lap. Take the bet. I don't care. I'm not one that has any problems acknowledging when I'm wrong. Like, none at all. So I don't think Figueroa, my dude, has much of a chance of winning. If you think he's live, if you think it's a lock to take him by decision, it's paying plus 500. Just take it. Like, why would you not lock that up? Make a card. I want to fight too. What was the parlay today? All right. The parlay is Ball money line, Strand money line, Asinal money line, Cain money line. That's the parlay. All right. Garrett, I'm having trouble seeing the value on Ball. Can't get behind a 5'1" English boy versus tough Texas kid that has the best resume at 126 to 130. He's 4'5" with shoes. I'm just interested in what is Figueroa's path to victory. He's going to beat him on the inside. If he's beat him on the inside, I just believe Ball's out the advantage for being so much shorter on the inside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how being 7 inches taller, or whatever the hell Figueroa is. I'm just guessing it's about 7 inches. How that's really going to help him? Like I said, he fights long. He can cover, which is to say, he can cover a lot of ground. He can move. He can stay on you, where he's just in your chest and letting his hands go, pounding away. He can do that. He doesn't fight tall. He doesn't use his jab. He doesn't stay away, right? He doesn't keep you there. He's in you. He's on you. He wants to grind in a phone booth. How does being 6 foot tall help with that? I don't think Ball is going to be running from him, so it's not like he cutting off the ring, staying in front of him is going to help him. Ball's going to be there. They're both going to be there. So, like, and then who wins on an inside fight? I just think Figueroa is washed. I'm down. I'll fight someone. What's your 5-star lock of the month? We'll work on that. We did that. We did that on a past episode. Go back. There's a February parlay show. Go check that out. Estimate that 5'1" English boy if you want. Underestimate that 5'1" English boy if you want. Sugar Nunez, Shields, Gary, Antoine Russell, Beck the Bully. Sugar Nunez, Shields. Yeah, this is a good bet. Waiting Gary by decision to come out. I like Gary by decision, but he does stop a lot of people. Fake like a early Fedora toll, but never uses it. Bull, a good boxer, bro. Bull, not good. I don't agree with that at all. We just did the same thing, for example. Lots of guys are like that. Bull doesn't fight well on the inside. His sweet spot is the mid range. I wish I could pull up the tape here, but I'm gonna get my show demonetized again. I really don't want to do that, so I'm not gonna pull up any tape. But he's very good on the inside. I don't call fighters trash, but Brandon Figueroa is trash. He's not trash. He's just washed. He had a very good career. 2-time world champion? I'm not sure. World title, world champion. He was the best 126 for a while. He's not trash. He's just old and shot. Well, he's not old. He's just shot. He's past it. You knew he was going to have a short career the way that he fights, and now he's had a short career. His last couple performance. Like, when was Brandon Figueroa's last good performance? What was it? Guys, vote in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll. This is tough. You guys are shading it for Jahi Tucker. Interesting. I thought that poll was going to go the other way. Joette Gonzalez, was that a good performance? No. Stephen Full, was that a good performance? No. Jesse Magdaleno, you got to stop this. Was that a good performance? He was arguably losing that fight. No. So his last kind of good performance was Mixayo. He had Castro who was giving him problems. Like his last good performance was Castro. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm not trying to disparage the guy or nothing like that. It's been a little while. It's been a little while for sure. 3 years ago since his last good performance. It's worth noting. Figueroa, okay, you just took him by decision. So all right, then that's plus 800, sis. Just take him. He's plus 800. Just take him. I'll be rooting for him. I hope he wins. But big style is not sustainable. It's not over long. It's fun and it's electric and it's entertaining. It's not a style that's going to translate over a long period of time. Does Andrew Cain get the stoppage? Yeah, I mean, if I had to bet on it, I'd probably bet that he gets the stoppage. I'm still not sold on Andrew Cain at all. Like you said, he's 29. He's got a lot of. I don't think he's a particularly good prospect. I know he gets knockouts. He has, I'll have a better answer for you that tomorrow. Let me look into a little bit more into Alejandro Jair Gonzalez. I'll have a better answer for you. What do you think about no distance limits? I'm with it. You can take that. It's an okay bet. I don't have an odds on it though. What? Now I think it goes the distance. Honestly, I think that goes the distance. Over 10.5 is even money. I would take the over. I like the over. Take the over at minus 110. Christina Brody, is Andrew Cain in a 12-rounder? No, yes, Andrew Cain is in a 12-rounder. Yes, it's 12 rounds. It is absolutely 12 rounds. That means they're going to have to deal with each other for a long period of time. Someone hammered Nick Ball. Fig is now plus 325. There you go. On DraftKings? I still have him at plus 275. What book you looking at having that plus 325? Gary, did you see the English judge scored round 12 for? I did not see that. That is interesting. That is interesting. Ah, that's the difference in the fight. Flip. All right, flip is cool. If you guys want to get it on Figs, get in on Figs. I'm not going to tell you not to, but I am going to wrap this up. I've been live almost an hour. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Wild show today. Wild show today. I'm going to end the poll now. I'm going to end the poll in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to end it now. Jahi Tucker wins the poll wide, 59-41. 59% of you think Jahi Tucker would beat Ammo. I got ball fit going over 10.5. It's not a bad bet. The only thing that scares me away is that it's in. If this was in the U.S., I would love that bet. The fact that it's in England and they stop the fights for no reason all the time scares me a little bit. But I guess it goes the over. So Medina not to go the distance. I don't like the bet. It's an even money bet. I like the over 10.5. I like the over 10.5. Yeah, Jahi would cook Ammo. That was that's my guess too. But I thought y'all were gonna vote the other way. You didn't. Y'all surprised me. Y'all got this one right. Shout out to y'all. Once again, Johnny didn't join when pressure was applied. Don't y'all say? All right. Because I got too many comments. Was there a comment that you made that you want me to read? I can't read every single comment. Nick Bull is going to fight on the inside like Isaac Cruz. Obviously, it's their best trait. I agree. He's going to fight on the inside. Is that what you wanted me to read? Is there another comment? All right, I got to wrap this up. Both guys are rugged. Both guys don't set things up well. I don't see both guys have decent pops, so there could be a stoppage, but it's a Mexican brawl. Like it's gonna go 12. Because both guys are gonna fight like hell. Could there be a stoppage? There could be. I would bet that there's not. The bet that I would take is let's look at it again. You guys, I don't like Medina at 1,000. I'm not convinced Curiel's going to win. I think there's I would say he's got a 55% chance of winning. So I like the over 10.5 at minus 110. And that's the bet I would take. And I don't even have it to go the distance. I only have the over. I only have an over. That's what I got. A draw at plus 2,000 is also an interesting bet. You may want to pepper the draw there. Also, English people generally can't fight on the inside. Generally, that's a case. Nick Bull clearly doesn't fight like the average Brit. Distance on Bull, no distance on Cain. Medina moneyline plus 160. Again, the thing that scares me is that I think in a normal environment, Bull and Figueroa go the distance. But remember, this is not in a normal environment. This is in England. They love to stop fights for no reason in England. He's the hometown guy. He's going to rally. He's going to put shots together on Figueroa. The first time he gets Figueroa in trouble, do they stop the fight? They could. And that's what scares me about it's the location of the fight that scares me the most. Ricky Hatton couldn't fight on the inside. It's saying generally Brits are not good at inside fighting. There are certainly exceptions. Ricky Hatton being one of them. Figueroa, Nick Bull being one of them. Fake stops people on the inside. Yes, he does. He's an excellent inside fighter. He is also shot. I am throwing a little bit of money on Curiel. I am, Christina. Just bet the favorite on decision plus 200K. I do that when I think the underdog is really, really good. I have my results. Gary is the top 5 pound for pound predictions after last week. Good stuff. I appreciate you, 79. I can't tell if Figueroa shot it. What? I mean, how much more evidence do you need? Yes. There's no the Fulton rematch and the Joette fight did not look good. How much more evidence do you need that he shot? What do you think about Dickens versus Kachachi? Kachachi. Kachachi. I'm not even overthinking this. Kachachi. What is Gary supposed to do about other people's drama? I'm gonna end my live stream. Jefferson, pussy Brit refs. It's real. But if there's a guy who's hurt, then they let him die. He lets all the clowns get on here and act a fool. What up, money lover? Shout out to you. I'm gonna end this now. It's been an hour. I gotta go. Y'all the best. Gary, you should just start doing breakdowns for next week's cards. Next week's a lot better. Let me do that. I'm gonna do this Andrew Cain video, and then I'm gonna get to it. Is Johnny involved? Guys, y'all be good. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Oh, how are we watching that astronaut? How are we watching the Canadian card, the Eye of the Tiger card? How are we watching that? Does anyone know? Guys, put in the chat how we're watching that fight. All right, I gotta go. I gotta end this. All right, guys, put in the chat how we watch the fight. But I gotta go.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.